70, we should be increasing our health span. It shouldn't be decreasing. And mold is one of those very misunderstood things that is creating this issue of lots and lots of suffering that is just totally unnecessary. Now, you're not going to force your way through this in a weekend. It's why we give you lifetime access to the lessons and in the courses. You're going to relax your way into healing. You're going to ease your way in. Lots of soma support, lots of care, right? This is really important that we just take our time. So that's the piece that I wanted you to hear most about this. Also, I want to make sure that you know how to understand, like, what are the next right steps for you. So Pamela has hypermobility, thyroid nodules, IMO, lichen sclerosis, arthritis. Are all these caused by mold or at least made worse by mold? That's a great question, Pamela. So what the studies show is that each one of those things that you have named can actually be exacerbated by mold and in many cases caused by mold. It's not all molds ever. Not all molds are super toxic, but many of them are that are common in our environments and our food now. That's a great question. That's why I want you to be so hopeful. Does infrared sauna or sweating help for mycotoxins and detox? It can, Donna, at the right timing. What I've seen happen sometimes is people who have mitochondria shutdown that is so intense, you're not able to sweat at all and you have very little energy. Sauna can be too much too fast. It doesn't mean that sauna is a bad tool for you. Sauna is a great tool for you. It's a great tool for healthy people. And once you get going in your protocol for mold detox, it can be a wonderful support. But people accidentally try to overdo it and then you can crash. And that can be a scary experience. So that's why I want you to understand how to use tools like that. Does that make sense? So how to use tools like sauna. I would want you to be able to tolerate some mitochondria support first, to be moving your bowels daily, to be able to tolerate a couple of our drainage support supplements, like a liver support. There are many mold-specific liver supports that we talk about in the course, for example. So I want you to be able to be on a very basic protocol before you start using sauna. And when you do go to use sauna, I'd like you to use an infrared sauna. Yes. Ideally, it would be made of non-toxic materials because you're quite sensitive when you've been exposed to mold. And lots of the ones out there are made with plastic and fiberglass materials, or they are beautiful wood, but sealed with toxic sealants. So I know I hate being a bummer, but I just want you to have that kind of folded into my thought process. What is this made out of? It's going to get heated up and I'm going to be inside of it. Does that make sense? So like I love Sauna Space, for example, because they have an organic canvas one that's really easy to set up and use. I needed Michael's help to put it together when I had super limited mobility. There's no way I could have done it by myself. So I will tell you that. And I also wanted to use sauna for only a few minutes at a time in the beginning. So especially if you're not able to sweat, you want to heat up and come out before you're tired and make sure you finish with a cool rinse. It doesn't have to be super cold. If you don't want that shock to the system, you can work your way up to the cold afterwards. But a cold rinse after a sauna is a big part of the immune benefits that those studies about saunas report. So we don't want to skip that step. We want to build into the thought process, even if we're starting with a lukewarm rinse afterwards. We want to get the toxins that you have hopefully sweat off right away. I also want you to take a binder before getting in the sauna. So I want you to pre-line your gut with some absorptive material for toxins because you're actually sweating into your gut lining as much or more. Some clinicians hypothesize it's